This is vegan donuts without any yeast or baking powder. So it's somewhat healthier also. So I'll just let you know what all are the ingredients. This is whole wheat flour, and this is 1.5 cup of whole wheat flour. So it's almost 350 grams of whole wheat flour which I'm adding into a large bowl. After that, we are replacing milk powder with this cashew meal. So basically it's around 4 tablespoons of cashew meal. For 1 cup you will require 2 tablespoons of cashew meal. After this is powdered sugar, which I'll be adding 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar into it. This is coarsely grounded cloves, cardamom and cinnamon. So I'm adding just 1/4 teaspoon of it. You can see, just a little for the flavor. You can add vanilla essence if you wish, or you can leave it. Now I am not adding this oil, any kind of flavorless oil. Why? Because for me it has sufficient amount of fat that the cashew contains. So it's optional. You can add 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, any flavorless vegetable oil. So this is almond milk of 10 almonds. So I think most of you know how to make almond milk at home, so I'm not explaining it over here. I'll utilize it to make a dough. You can see the procedure. Almond also contains oil, natural fat in it. So all these reasons are that I'm not adding oil into it. You can add if you are not satisfied. So my initial video was a vegetarian donut, not involving any egg, and in the same way, based on traditional method, 100 years old method that is followed in India. So I have more simplified this procedure because it needed somewhat a little expertise in eyeballing the condition. But this one is even simpler than that. So you have to make a tight dough. You don't need to make it a loose dough, because some people were facing problem to what extent it should be loose, and while kneading it twice, how much flour should be added, that it is required, all these things. So I have simplified the procedure even more into this. So all those people who are following that and still have trouble, they can follow this recipe. You can even make it with all-purpose flour if you wish. We like it even with whole wheat flour. So I'm basically making it a little healthier than what it is actually. You might be feeling it's a little sticky, so you have to knead it for at least 5 minutes so that it releases the gluten and the dough comes together. Okay, now you can see it's been almost 5 minutes and our dough has come together. It's now very smooth dough. If by any means you feel your dough is quite sticky, you can add 1 tablespoon of flour to it and knead it. Now you can see it's bouncing back. That means the gluten has been released and our dough is very much ready. Now the basic concept behind this is that we let it sit for a few hours and let it ferment a little so that the yeast develops into it by itself, and we will utilize that yeast as our incorporated yeast, and a fluffy dough gets ready. But you have to take care that don't let it sit too much and get too much airy. that it becomes a sourdough. So it's basically in between and quite a previous stage. Hey guys, I wanted to show you the condition after 4-5 hours. I'm actually trying to help you all as much as possible because I think last time I hadn't showed each and every minute steps thinking that you can understand. That was not necessary, but this time I don't want to take any chance. So in this recipe I am showing you all the tips and tricks with every minute detail so that you all shouldn't miss this recipe or you shouldn't face a failure into it. So basically you can see this is the condition after 4-5 hours. Now the dough, after releasing the gluten, do you remember when we had made this dough, it was bouncing back, but this time it has loosened a little. You can observe my fingers are getting very well immersed into it. My impressions of my fingers are there. You can see it's quite sticky now and loose. So it's loosening its sponginess or elasticity, I should say. So after a few hours, I'll show you the exact condition. Now it's slightly increased in its volume and it's slightly sticky and loose. So now it's proceeding towards its fermentation, and the color change that you see is because of the whole wheat flour that we have used, and the gluten reacts and gets oxidized, so it becomes a little darker in its color. So I'll show you later on what is the exact situation or condition when you can use it. And yes, I have tried to just fry a small ball and break it and show you. See, right now there isn't much air pockets developed into this, only a minute little, showing that it is proceeding in the right direction, but it will take a little more time. So please don't skip the video, keep on watching till the end to get the exact procedure. Guys, this is the next stage. Now you can see when I am pressing it, the air bubbles that are trapped into it, the carbon dioxide formed due to the fermentation or due to the yeast formation is getting pressed, and you can see that there is a bulge getting created once I push, because the air is shifting from this side to that side. This shows that our dough is ready. Another way of testing it is that you can also see its size has increased. It has almost double in its volume. The color is even getting darker because of the oxidization, continuous oxidization of the dough coming in contact with the environment. Okay, now we'll check from inside how you can. Now you see when it's getting tiered, you can see the air pockets are getting lifted along with the each scoop. You can see these air pockets, that means our dough is now ready. Another way is to sniff or smell your dough, and you will get a slight yeasty smell. Now okay guys, you can see I have put the oil in the frying pan and let it simmer at low flame. Here you can see now that my dough, you can see the air pockets, how beautifully it has developed. Now those who have seen my previous donuts recipes, they know that I use a shortcut rather than using any cutter. I use my hands. Okay guys, you can see your oil is now ready to put in your donut shapes. So it shouldn't be very hot, otherwise suddenly the outer surface will get brown and the inner will be raw. Apart from that, instant rapid change in the temperature will result in bursting of the surface. You won't get a smooth donut after its formation. So I'll share you the method how I create my donuts. Okay, those who have seen my previous videos, they know how I make the shape of donuts. So I don't take any special cutters. I just take a flattened ball and dip my finger in the oil and make a circle, make a hole in between and just enlarge it with the help of hand itself. That's it. No special cutter or any equipment is required. You can see the donut shape is developed. Now I'll just put it in the frying pan. Okay guys, you can see how beautifully they have bloomed. Some of them are slightly bursting. That's because I haven't kneaded the dough again. So in order to stop that bursting, you can definitely knead the dough again and that will stop it from bursting. Otherwise, you can see how pretty they are blooming. Without any yeast and without any special equipment, such beautiful donuts you can make, and that too healthy and vegan, because they don't have any dairy product. They are made with whole wheat flour as well as they have nuts in them. So all in all, this is a very good recipe and a fail proof. If you don't achieve the exact required or desired look or texture, please don't give up. Try another chance also. Give it another chance. Okay guys, you can see how pretty they are without any using yeast or baking soda powder. Now I cannot give any extra proof that I'm not tricking anybody. It's actually this recipe which is very fruitful and yummy as well. I'll show by cutting this. Now if still you have any issue, do ask me the questions. I'm there to help you guys out. You can see the flame was a little high, so it got burst a little. So always remember to keep your flame low. If your oil is too hot, it will not only keep the donuts raw from inside, it will also result in cracking of your donuts. So otherwise it won't create any other issue. Yes, one more cause can be for cracking of donuts is that your dough becomes too much fermented. Otherwise, no other issues is there. You have to be just a little attentive that it doesn't get over fermented. Okay guys, you can see my donuts are ready. I'll cut and show you how do they look and from inside. Actually, my tripod has broken, so I am holding the camera in my hand and with another hand I am cutting it. So I am having some difficulty. Please bear with me. See guys, you can see the air pockets it is containing. So obviously you can see the size they have attained, they have bloomed, even though without any special effort. All you have to do, I have simplified this recipe to the maximum level. Beyond this, it is almost impossible. So in this you have to do nothing, no twice kneading, no loose dough, concept of loose dough, then adding oil and flour and kneading it again to a tight dough, nothing like that. All you have to do is make a simple dough, what you make for your flatbreads. So rest you have to do is fry. After this I'll decorate with the homemade chocolate sauce, caramel sauce, then powdered sugar and some nuts. I'll show you that also. And please check the recipe of homemade chocolate sauce that I have already shared. Okay guys, For decoration, this is homemade chocolate sauce, this is homemade caramel sauce, some grated cashews or crushed cashews and powdered sugar. So let's see. Okay. No. Okay, so first decoration we can do is we can dip in chocolate sauce and just keep it like this. Second, we can dip in chocolate sauce as well as dip your fork in your homemade caramel and let it fall like this. You can use piping bag as well. I don't have here any of my baking equipments. Third you can use is you can dip your, my parrot is very much interested in what's going on actually. You can just garnish. I think he wants some chocolate sauce. He's fond of chocolates. We don't give him and he gets really angry. Another one is we can just dip it in powdered sugar and you can use your caramel sauce to decorate it. Same way you can use your chocolate sauce to just decorate it. You have immense way to for decoration. Use your ideas. Okay guys, you can see after decoration these are some of the ways that I have used whatever was available to me, whatever I could make. So give it a try, as this is healthier, you can say healthier than what's the general one, because it's having whole wheat flour, nuts, and right now I am self-quarantined, so I don't have my oven, but once I return I'll give it a try. Whether it is able to be baked or not, it will bloom like this after baking or not. So might be possible there might be more donut recipes coming in future. And if you like the video, do press the like button, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon as well. And guys, please give it a try, and if you have any problem, do write in the comment section. I'm there to solve. I'll try my best. And there's another channel, YouTube channel, which we have regarding our parrots. We have 5 parrots, 3 ringnecks and 2 Alexandrine. All are baby parrots of 3 months old. So there's a lot of entertainment in that channel. The description of that channel, link of that channel, as well as all the description regarding the recipe and procedure of this is in the description box. So do check the description box as well. So that's all for this tutorial. So bye for now guys. Take care.